Hi everybody, welcome to my channel and welcome to Margaret Miller Monday, and it's week 29 of the Margaret Miller weekly collage planner. So I hope that you're going to enjoy this project. It's taken me a little while to get my pieces together. I don't know, I found it a bit more difficult to for anything to take my get my creative juices going this morning. But anyway, we've managed to put something together, so I hope that you like it. So the first prompt this morning is something related to a sport or physical activity. The second one is anything starting with G. The third one is a clock or a watch. The fourth one is something sharp. The fifth one is a colour associated with spring. And then the bonus is a candy wrapper or cough drop wrapper. So I'm just going to put those to one side, my prompts, and I'll get my background piece that I work on, and it's just 160 GSM plain white card, and I cut it to an oblong shape, which is fairly straightforward, and I put a 1 centimetre border around the outside. So going over the prompts again, I've prepared all my items this morning, but what I haven't done is I haven't inked around the edges, so I'll just do that quickly to just get rid of the white bits. And the first piece is a pair of walking boots, and I don't do so much walking now because I've got problems with sciatica with my back, so but those are the sort of boots that I used to wear when I did do a lot of walking in the countryside. And then something sharp is my scissors here, and I've fussy cut round a pair of little antique embroidery scissors, which I thought were quite sweet, and I'm just going to go over the insides just to dampen down the whiteness of there rather than have to fussy cut round them, which I might still do yet. And then a clock or a watch. Well, I quite liked this clock here, because it satisfies two prompts really. One of them is a colour associated with spring, which is pink. You know, you get lots of pale pink flowers out in the spring, and my boots also covered that prompt as well. Colours associated with spring, because there's spring flowers inside the boots here, and this is an AI image that I generated on my computer, and if I could have bought some boots like that, I would have loved them, because mine were just plain brown leather walking boots. I have cut out a few more clocks that are plain, but I've still gone for the vintage antique sort of variety, and I like this little lady's pocket watch because it was heart shaped, so we might use some of those or one of those. And then anything starting with G, what I did, I scanned in a Greens chocolate wrapper, because I wanted the wrapper that I'd got on my box on my Greens chocolate wasn't quite big enough. I wanted it to fill this page, so I've done that, scanned it and made the picture a little bit bigger. So that's Green and Black's Organic Chocolate, which is my candy wrapper, and it's also beginning with G is Green and Black's Organic Chocolate. And then another thing that I put associated with spring is I've taken a copy of a picture from my garden. Every spring our cherry tree gets beautiful blossoms on it, and that was some of the blossoms that were taken this spring, and they're beautiful. It gets a plethora of flowers on it like that, and the tree is absolutely stunning and the blossoms are stunning. But unfortunately it's the time of the year here where one day might be nice and you might get a nice, you know, early spring warmer morning with a bit of sunshine, and then 2 days later you get the frosts. So, you know, it does get battered a little bit. You know, they tend not to last very long, the flowers. But having said that, our spring was better this year, and you know, they lasted quite a few weeks, which I was pleased about. And then when they come off, when they sort of fall off, it's like a dusting of you know, flower petals, as though the fairies have been round and scattered flower petals everywhere over the lawn. And it almost looks like snow when they sort of wilt down a little bit. So, you know, that's a picture out of my garden. So that could be for the G, flowers out of my garden, or it could be colours associated with spring, the lovely pale pink blossoms. So what I'm going to do is pop that in here, and as you can see, I'm going to use the Green and Black's label as a border, and I'm just going to leave that fair trade sticker peeping out at the bottom. So that it does indicate that it is a wrapper. And I'm just going to unblock my glue for the umpteenth time. There we go. And I shall pop this on here first. There we go. There we are. I think that's fairly straight for me anyway. And then we'll pop some glue around the edge there. There we are. Place that centrally on the page. There we are. Now then, I do like this clock, so I thought I might I did think I was going to put my boots down here, just off the corner of the page, and yes, I like those there. So we'll quickly get those down. There we go. Now then, got that watch. And we've also got these scissors. Nope. No, I wish I hadn't. I wish I hadn't coloured those in the middle now. So what I'm going to do is go and fussy cut those holes. So I shall be back in 1 minute because you don't want to watch me doing that. So just bear with. So there we are. I've cut round the scissors there. I'm not going to do these other little bits because they're only small. And I'm just wondering whether my scissors will sit down in that corner, like so. And then I'm still torn as to what to put there. Now I could actually raise it onto foam pads so it makes it stand proud, which I might do. Oh, there's that one. Which I don't dislike that, but I feel that this part's a bit lost with having everything down the bottom. No, I'm not keen on that one. And then I think that gets a bit lost against the background. I'm still liking that one because I am a sucker for flowers, and it fills that corner. And I like it off the page a fraction. Yeah, let me just get some foam pads. But before I do that, let me just see. No, I prefer those down the bottom, so I'm going to put them down there. There's Amber barking again. I think the dustbin men are on the way and have triggered her. There we are, that's those. And then I've got some of these large pads from the days when I did card making. I mean, I still do the odd card for family and friends, but I've stopped making them to sell because I got into journaling, and that's taken over really. I like the freedom of, you know, being able to use scraps and recycling things, you know, packaging and things like that. So I think what I'm going to do is place that over there. Just to make it a bit more of a feature. There we go. I think I need a little bit under here, so let's cut a little bit off. That's better. So I think that is the end of the collage. Let me just clear my desk a little bit, tidy up, and then we'll go through the prompts. Excuse my arm, and I'm just going to put my pin back in. Right, so let's go through the prompts. Something related to a sport or physical activity. I've got my walking boots. Anything starting with G. I've got my greens chocolate wrapper underneath here. A clock or a watch. Something sharp. A colour associated with spring. I've got the pink cherry blossoms in the background. And a candy wrapper or cough drop wrapper is my greens wrapper there. And a colour associated with spring again is my spring flowers there, or even pink from the pink roses. So I do hope that you had enjoyed that challenge, and I hope that you will join me again for next week. We'll be then into week 30, would you believe, of Margaret Miller's weekly collage planner challenge. So stay safe, everybody, and I hope that you're getting better weather than us. We've not had much of a summer yet so far, and it's forecast torrential rain later on today. So I hope that the weather's being kind to you where you are, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. So bye for now. Bye.